So I got everything to kind of find out what all's going on. And this is all I'm seeing. So this is all I'm seeing on here. For one, with the transmission line, it's actually got a part that's not what it uses. They just used a rubber hose, where it's actually a little metal piece that'll screw onto this end and has a part to go into this end. Right there. Somebody just simply replaced it with a rubber hose, and the mess is all, this one's a complete mess on that, so pretty sure it's leaking. Couldn't get it to leak because I wanted to kind of monitor this top one, because I'm not sure, it looks a little dirty. Could just be what's coming from the bottom on getting onto it, but I want to make sure it's not leaking. I'm not seeing it, but just not certain if that one's leaking a little bit or not. But yeah, this one here has definitely been leaking. I mean, it's just caked in it. So we would need to get this piece here, which this is no big deal. It's piece like $36, take me probably a few minutes. But also it seems like the rest of the line's bad. And unfortunately, whereas this one, this part comes off right here, on this one it doesn't. I would have to replace the entire metal line too. So that the repair would be a little pricey. Well, not real bad, but like I'd say about $100 labor. And I haven't looked at the long line. I think the short line was like 30 something bucks. So that's what you need on the transmission. It would basically replace that entire bottom line and also the piece that connects to the radiator. Then I was noticing your power steering was squealing. And I don't know if you can see it, all the liquid that's on the part it goes into for the steering down there. But that's not actually what's leaking. Where it's coming from, it's leaking from the actual pump itself falling down onto it. So you need the pump replaced. That would also be about 100 in labor. I believe, look at the part, it was like 69, so probably about getting out about 180 for the power steering fix after taxes and everything. That'd be like for all parts and labor there. On the brakes, yeah, you got the driver's side wheel cylinders leaking, and usually when that happens, it can be either because the brakes were wore out or the fluid then will ruin the brakes. So we'll need to get new shoes as well, do a brake drum job. That also is something probably take right about 2 hours, so about $100 labor. Parts, I haven't quite looked at on that yet. After this video, or while you're watching this video, I'll get parts prices and send you those. But the labor in each one's like 100, so about $100 labor there for the brake fix, about $100 labor for the power steering pump, and about $100 labor for the transmission, because none of them should take much more than 2 hours. I charge about 50 bucks an hour. This one's not just too hard, just taking your belt off, a few bolts, getting the lines off, and I'll have to swap the pulley because the new one doesn't come with a pulley from this one to the new one. And then the transmission, I'll have to take off some brackets here. There's like a couple more all the way to where it goes to the transmission to pull that out and put the new line in. So that also shouldn't take me too long. It's all pretty accessible from underneath. I went and checked and traced the whole line. So none of them should be just a whole ton of work. The parts on the transmission line may add up a little bit. I'm about to look those up now, and I'll have a message for you soon.